Another month, another banger of a chapter, as we continue the battle for Earth in chapter 57 of the Dragon Ball Super manga. It starts with panels of every group of Z fighters against their respective opponents, while Moro looks on from above. We then switch to Bulma on the lookout, who's made herself useful by making some drones to film the battle, so her and everyone else can watch. But what baffles me is, when did the Ox King get on the lookout? I could have sworn he wasn't there in the last chapter, or even in the last chapter. Maybe I'm wrong, but tell me in the comments, because I'm so... when did the Pilaf gang get there? When did Chi-Chi... What? Am I just retarded? By the way, I'm not going to go check the last chapter, I can't be asked. I'll check it after this video, but for now I can't be asked. The first fight we get to see is Krillin vs Yumba, which isn't going very well for our favourite noseless Baldy. But fortunately, he's able to flip things on him by tricking Yumba with his Kien Zong and after image technique to deliver the finishing Kamehameha. During all this, Master Roshi has been trying to molest the female criminals, so, Krillin has to go over to help him out because he's so unfocused by their womanhood that he's unable to fight like he did against Jiren in the Tournament of Power. Meanwhile, Tien is struggling against Bikura, and after being confirmed that he is in fact a metal man like Megeo, Chaozu remembers that they're weak to insult, but for some reason, Tien is unable to insult him even though he used to be a villain back in early Dragon Ball. Come on, even Yamcha could have secured this, and sure enough, it's actually Chaozu who finishes him off without breaking a single sweat. Master Roshi has now blindfolded himself so he can concentrate on the fight, and is actually whamming all these chicks, but he makes the mistake of giving them a chance to go back to prison, which ultimately leads to them fusing for some reason into a warrior that looks like she could pass for a model in Universe 2. What's crazy is that now they're actually more powerful than post-Tournament of Power in the manga Roshi, which is baffling, but whatever works, I guess. We then get a shot of Yamcha getting, Yamcha'd, transitioning into Moro's descent onto the planet. Looks like he's finally ready to throw down. If I haven't said this yet, I'm gonna say it now, and that is Android 17 is so wavy. Oh my days, I actually get too gassed when I see him fight. He finishes off 7-3 in such a sick way, all for Moro to catch him disappointedly, but he tells Shimareka to go heal him at the ship because his powers are pretty useful. In this chapter, I realized I have to take a moment to acknowledge how good of a design Moro has. It's got the perfect amount of menacing but cool for a villain design, and I really love it. Gohan then prepares to fight Moro, but then Saganbo interrupts and asks to take Moro's place, which Moro agrees to and even gives Saganbo some energy to power him up. With this power up, he then jumps straight for 17 and is pushing him back so hard that even 18 has to try and help, but both of them combined ain't able to stop it. So Piccolo, Jocko and Gohan all jump in and manage to stop Saganbo in his tracks. But even with all 5 of them holding him down, he just gets angry, grabs Gohan and 17 by the heads and then swings them around, pushing Piccolo, 18 and Jocko away and slams Gohan and 17 into the ground. Fam, Moro must have given him one hell of a power up. Meanwhile, Tien and Chaozu find Yamcha who's struggling against this reptilian guy named Zhao Yogi. I'm hoping to see some interesting teamwork between them, with a lot of their old techniques being used, like the Dodon Ray, the forearm technique, the Spirit Ball. The last time we saw the forearm technique, it was wasted on Master Roshi who pretty much one-shot Tien. Speaking of Roshi, him and Krillin are now hiding from the chubby lady fusion, because they just suck that much. We then switch to Goku who's still too far away from Earth to lock onto anyone's ki, but he does catch glimpses of people's disappearing energy, which he's too far away to lock onto. Thankfully, by some miracle, Krillin decides to get out into the open and power up for Goku so he can find them at the exact moment when Goku's trying to get back. This is great and all, but there's just one teeny tiny problem, and that's why did Krillin have to get out into the open to do it? He could have just stayed hiding and powered up to give him that much more protection at least. This is all disregarding the fact that he was able to decide to power up as soon as Goku could faintly sense Earth. It's not a coincidence, it's not destiny, it's just plot. Anyways, as expected, the fusion lady finds Krillin and charges at him, but fortunately at that exact last second, like normal, Goku comes in and shoots her in the stomach. Now that Goku is back on Earth, he's most likely gonna go and fight Saganbo in the next chapter, and probably beat him in base form to show his improvement. Now, did anyone else notice what we're missing from this chapter? A certain McDonald's hairline fellow? We didn't get a single glimpse of Vegeta, which means he's still training, and the only reason he hasn't shown up there is because he hasn't mastered the technique and felt that Goku has arrived to hopefully hold up for now. Anyways, that's all I've got for this chapter, and as usual, Toyotaro is bringing the fire. I really hope he either sticks the landing or brings in a crazy twist and sticks that landing, because that will make for an amazing starting arc for Dragon Ball Super's return. So once again, I appreciate you man taking your time to watch this video. Leave a like, subscribe, and bless.